Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I chewed up my extra minute that I gave you on Monday. I'm sorry that I'm late. Craziness. So I'm gonna wait for people to get on before I start gabbing like crazy, because I know you've been waiting, or some of you have at least. And I'm gonna clean my glasses while I'm waiting, because I realize they're dirty. So sorry. I can see somebody's here, but I don't know who. Make sure that you say hello when you get on, so then I know that you're here. Sometimes I can't tell who it is that's here. So I'm glad to be here with you, though. So who is it? Oh, Carrie's on and Nancy's on. All right, Nancy, I don't know what's going on with the whole thing with the demo group, but here's my thought. So you can obviously see what's going on and comment what's going on, and from what I read, you have access for a month, and since you commented, I think you have access for 2 months. So here I thought, no, it was me late. So you must be on time. So you have access for 2 months, and then you'll probably will drop off, and I'll just have to watch it and re-invite you. I don't know what's going on with your membership, so that's just kind of weird. So I think Facebook is just probably being crazy right now because of so many people using it. That would be my guess. Because somebody else that was trying to get on. Hi, Bev. I'm glad you're here too. Somebody else that was trying to get on said she's never had that much problem trying to find something and work with it. So I don't know. So I think I got everybody else on but you. So I don't know what happened with yours. I don't know if it's because you commented right away. I don't know. Hi, Diane. Sun is shining somewhere. Yeah, not here. It's kind of dark here, but that's okay. My lighting's okay because I don't have it over me and don't have too much shining on me from the window. But yes, it must be shining somewhere. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it, Nancy. Thanks for trying. I had so many people trying so hard to get onto the groups yesterday. It was silly. Hi, Penny. How are you? I'm glad that you're here too. So it's just been crazy having extra lives in a week, and I've been doing a virtual crafting night. I started it. Well, I had another one besides last week, but I broadcast kind of more last week. And last Thursday, and then I had one last night, and so while I'm available to do it, I'm planning on doing one every week. So the ID will stay the same, so if you find one somewhere and you can't find it somewhere else, it's the same one. For the virtual crafting night will be the same one, because you need a meeting ID or a link to, sorry, swiping always does that. I forget that I'm going to bounce the phone. You need a link or a meeting ID to be able to join it, and it's just fun. If you've never done it, we're just casual. We just hang out, and we work on projects. Everybody kind of showed what they were doing. Somebody was cutting coupons at one time, so she was on the floor away from the computer. It was funny, but that's okay. We're just there to chat and craft if you want to, and if you've not tried it, I can kind of help you with your settings. I have tips on yesterday's event. I had tips, so I'll have to put those same tips on the next one before we get going. But so anyway, if you're kind of afraid to do it, there's no judgment. I'm not sure if that's the right word I was looking for, but let us help you, because maybe you can do it with your friends or your family or whatever, have the same thing. It's just nice. Not everybody has. I've never Skyped before. Maybe people just naturally do that, but I've never Skyped before, but I have FaceTime, and I've done that before. But it's cool because anybody that has a device, a smartphone, anything with a camera, can You can go on there. You can set up to do video and audio. Yes, could not get on Zoom. Well, that's a bummer. You tried last night? Did you click the link that was in the event? Sorry, I don't. Was it just, did you feel like it was your settings, or you didn't have the right setup, or did you download Zoom already? I can try to help you. Just let me know what was going on, and I'll be happy to help you. Okay, so, oops, I forgot to get this started. So I am going to start with drawing names for my last winner from my Facebook Live. So and I am, yes, don't know. I tried to download. Oh, so you're not sure that you got it downloaded? Gotcha. I don't know. Phone or computer is, or iPad or something like that. Let me know that too. Okay, so I decided that I am going to do another Facebook Live on Friday. I'm going to spoil you guys with my Facebook Lives. Once we can get back to normal classes, I don't know that I'll have the time to be able to do this many lives in a week. But I like being able to do this with you now, so yes, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to start. I use random, let's see, it's commentpicker.com, and I clicked on for the name picker is the part of that website. So I have all my names loaded up that shared my live, and so I'm going to do 2 names. Oh, Kathy Polderman is my first winner. Yay, Kathy. So she gets my first card that I made, and remember since we've been going virtual for everything that we're doing, I've been doing as many, oh, did you get on in here that I called your name, Kathy? I see that you're on now, but I don't know if you heard when I picked your name for one of my cards last week. So what I was starting to say was, since we started going virtual for all these, I am drawing a name for every project that I make. So I'm spreading the love rather than giving it all to one person. I don't know if I'll keep that up later or not, but I'm doing it now. Okay, so I drew Kathy's name for my first card from last week, and one is coming up right now, and Alexa won the second one. I think she won one last week too. I still have to send last week's, so we will put them together. I don't know. I don't remember for sure. I have to look at my list, but I think that she is one of them. So anyway, so thank you guys for sharing. I love that you're sharing my videos. I love that you're on here with me. It's so much fun to hang with you, and sharing is awesome. It helps my business. It helps, hopefully, people around you. Sometimes people just need a laugh and need to not be hearing about all that's going on right now, and it's just kind of a scary time, and sometimes we just need to veg a little bit, and so I'm here for that. So hopefully I can teach you some crafting things too. So the 2 things that I accomplished already is I am having a Facebook Live on Friday, and I will draw today's people on Friday. And my 2 winners from Monday were Kathy Polderman and Alexa Adi. Thank you so much for sharing. And now I'm going to show you some new product that just became available today. So it's a suite, and it will be in the upcoming new annual catalog. Are you guys still able to comment? I see people coming on, but I'm not seeing comments, and I'm surprised that Kathy didn't comment. Maybe she did, and I just can't see them. That's kind of been happening. This is better than vegging. Yes, it is better than vegging. I know, but it was just a goofy word that I used. You just kind of need to let your mind relax a little bit. Just, we have it so full of stuff right now. And so, anyway, that's what this is about. So, So for some reason I don't see all the comments that that come on, and I certainly don't see them when I'm stamping. Sometimes I can see that someone commented, but I can't see the comments. So if you comment and I don't answer, I'm sorry. I always go back later and look through everything and reply to people and whatever. So if you have a question or whatever and I just can't see it, sorry. That's what that happened a couple of times, the last couple of times. I think, again, it's just Facebook being really weird because it's so many people are using it more now that they're home. So, again, crazy time. Okay, so I need a drink. I've been gabbing already. So the suite of products that's available now that will be in the new catalog, it's called the Ornate Garden Suite. So I plan to post the flyer on my website and on my blog, and I'm going to show you stuff up close. This is one of those mega suites, kind of like the Painted Poppies, or is it Peaceful Poppies? That's the name of the suite, I think, is Peaceful Poppies. Painted Poppies is the name of the stamp set. I get them mixed up sometimes. So this Ornate Garden Suite also has 2 bundles in it, so it's what Stampin' Up! Calls a mega suite. And I'm going to show you one of the bundles, or focus on one of the bundles today, and then I'm going to focus on the other bundle on Friday. So, but I'll show you the flyers and I'll show you all of the stuff that's in it. Yours is in the mail. You ordered the bundle or the suite or whatever. It's pretty. It's cool. So honestly, this first set that I'm using is my favorite. Well, the stamps anyway is my favorite part of this bundle. So I'm going to show you the back of this flyer. So I'm not going to worry so much about the samples, but I'm going to show you the stamp set. So here's the stamp set. I love mixing fonts. So that stamp set is called Ornate Thanks. So that's the name of the bundle also. And then here are the dies. So these are like border dies. Is that what they call them? Yeah, ornate border dies. So I'm going to use one today, and yeah, so there's that. Okay, and then there is the Ornate Style bundle. So here is the stamp set. So lots of flowers, and then here are the dies, and you can't tell. I'm going to show you that on the like in person. I'm going to actually show you when I have the camera down this time, so I can kind of I can see it better when I'm trying to show it to you, rather than trying to get my face so I can see and whatever. So I think I'm going to do it when I'm down. Especially, at least for the designer paper. Maybe I can show you the dies up. Okay, so there's also an embossing folder. I have no idea if you can't really tell. It's lots of flowers. It's called Ornate Floral. It is a 3D folder, so one of the thicker ones. So since we do not have our old supplier, there's no Sizzix name on the bottom, you either need the blue 3D embossing folder matte. Is that what it's called? Embossing folder. I'll say matte. I can't think of the right word. You either need that, or you're going to have to, if you don't have that, you're going to have to experiment with extra shims. A shim is just an extra layer of cardstock or paper. With the 3D ones, you only use one cutting mat, and you don't use the thin die adapter, or if you have the old style platform, you have to get one tab out of the way. And then you'll just have to experiment with how much thickness you need in there, because you don't want too much and break your machine, but you need enough to be able to get the pressure. So anyway, that's something that you will want to keep in mind. Okay, so then there's also some, I'm going to show you the ribbon in person on here. There's some combo pack of ribbon, terracotta tile and old olive, and some gilded gems. So you can see the stamp set fairly well, but I'll remind you again which one goes with which. Okay, so here's the Ornate Thanks. Oh, there we go, Ornate Thanks. And you can't read all the sayings on there that quick and that small. I'll read some of them to you. So obviously you saw the great big thank you and so grateful and thanks. And then the scripty part is, from the bottom of my heart, I wasn't sure how to, just wanted to say you made my day, for all your help from all of us. And then there's a whole another column of them. So it's a good thank you set. So this Ornate Thanks goes with these border dies. Okay, so today I'm going to be using this one on my second card. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's called Ornate, and they are very detailed and whatever. So I'm not doing the die on camera. I did it ahead of time, and part of it is I didn't want to mess with trying to get all the pieces out on camera. So you definitely need the brush and I don't know what you call it. I rarely use it. It's for getting all the pieces out. You definitely need that. And then I still needed my paper piercing tool. It's just tiny, and it may be a matter of that I need to change my cutting mats or I don't know what, but I'm not showing that on camera. I'm just showing you the end product. So these go with the thanks ones. Okay, and then the ornate style is all the flowers part of it. And you know I'm going to have to be doing different kinds of techniques with this because I'm not going to want to color all that. You know me. And then what goes with that is these amazing, crazy ornate borders. Look at all that detail in there. It's crazy. So I'll show you one that I already die cut to give you a sample of it. So there's so that's a frame, and just they all look like that. They all have that much detail. Some of them are just like kind of holes. Like I'll show you this again. So like this, so this is one. Well, this is the one that I probably did, or maybe this one right here is the one that I did. So this has the whole swirly, flowery, whatever. But then this one right here, this one right here just kind of has holes and a scalloped border kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, they're very pretty. I'm glad that you like it. And I'll be using some of this stuff on Friday. But I wanted to show you at least one that I had popped out already. Okay, so there's gilded gems. I'm not really sure what makes them gilded. They look gold to me. I don't know what gilded means, I guess. Maybe you guys know. They're definitely, like I would call them faceted, but we already have something called faceted. Maybe it's the fact that they're metallic. So there's definitely facets. They're goldish looking. Maybe they're a little bit deeper than gold. I don't know, but so there's these. So they are 3 different sizes. It is very pretty, Bev. So there's that. And then here are the ribbons. So it comes in a combo pack. They're 1/4 inch wide, and they're kind of like, I'll show you in a sec. They're kind of satiny. They're pretty easy to work with. So I'm just going to show you on my fingers what they look like. So they have kind of a shiny edge, 1/4 inch. So I always like the skinnier, like 1/2 inch or skinnier width. I just feel like they tie more easily. That's just me. So you get 5 yards of each in this combo pack. So I showed you that, and I'll show you the folder on our project. Oh, and so the designer paper, I'm going to show you when I have you down. I feel like I can show you better when I'm actually holding it down. So I will show you that. I do plan to have classes with this. It's going to be kind of weird. I've always shied away from online classes because I have such a hard time getting to the post office. But I am planning on doing a product-based class with this, and I will post details. Hopefully I will get to that today. Covered or highlighted with gold, according to Alexa. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. So I am planning on a product-based class with this. So my intention is, at the moment, it will be a $35 class that includes a half a pack of the designer paper, a pack of the ribbon, a pack of the gems, the gilded gems, and my mailing it to you. And so that is $35. If you place a $50 order online with my host code that I'm going to apply, so like for the stamp set and whatever, then it will just be a $30 class instead of $35. So here's the thing that's kind of a little bit difficult about having online classes. You either need to order what it is that I'm using, because what I'm providing in the class is going to be like the embellishments and the stuff like that. I just told you, designer paper, ribbon, gems. But you'll need to order the stamp set, or you'll need to just use a different stamp set. Stampin' Up! Has a rule for all demonstrators that we can't mail you stamped images. So this is something that you're either going to have to use the design of the card with your own stamps, or get the stamps. Now what I can do, and what I plan to do, is to do any die cut pieces that are part of this. So if I make a design that's using one of the die cuts, then I will include the die cut piece in the pack of supplies that I'm going to mail you. So your class will include, besides the product, it will include supplies for 5 cards, any die cut or embossing folder pieces, because I really like the embossing folder, and a tutorial. So some of it you may see on here, because I'll probably include a couple of the cards that I show. It's not the end of the live. No, I haven't even started stamping yet, Dina. So you're totally fine. I've been gabbing. So I'll provide a tutorial. Some of it you may see on here, because I will choose a couple of the cards that I'm showing you today and Friday. Like maybe one from today, one from Friday. And then I'll design some others. But it will be like step-by-step instructions with pictures of the cards that I'll either email you or message you or whatever. I'm not printing them out and mailing them. It's just going to be something that you can print out yourself from online. So that's the type of thing that I have in mind. So if you have questions about it, feel free to ask me. So you can purchase the bundles, like as if you want the place a $50 order to get the free shipping on my mailing you all your supplies, or you can just get the stamp set or a stamp set or whatever. So anyway, there's options. So okay, so I'm going to put you down, and the first thing I'm going to show you is the designer paper that's from this suite. So it's the Ornate Garden. So I need to do my stuff. So I need to use my tool. So I'm going to unbackwards you and upside down you. And I have here. Okay, so I've been using a bunch of this. I did swaps with this. I should read to you the colors that are in here. So the colors that are in this, that coordinate with this suite are Bumblebee. That's a hint of a new color, a new in color that's going to be coming. Early Espresso, Mint Macaroon, Old Olive, and Terracotta Tile. Oh, and Whisper White. So those are, so this is probably tints of Terracotta Tile. It looks more like Calypso Coral to me, but that's because it's lightened. You can't tell very well in the color here. Okay, so this is one side. I've been using a bunch of this, and here's the other. Okay. Then there's this crazy daisy one, and here's the other. So this is gold embossing, if you can't tell that, metallic. So this pack of designer paper is $15 because it's a specialty one. So here's another one. And then this one has the mint, you can't tell color. Greens never show up well, it seems like. I say that probably every other time. So this is mint macaroon with the gold, and it's ornate looking like the dies and whatever. So here's another one. These are just kind of petite flowers. And here's some big daisy type ones. Or there's another kind there that I can't, that zinnia, or I don't know, I'm not good with flowers, but anyway, these are bigger ones than the last gold foiled one. There's another set of petite ones. Lots of colors in there. The colors are not showing up well because of the lighting here. I'm sorry. As usual, you always need to see it in person. So this is Old Olive with a gold. And then here's the last one. And this side doesn't have metallic. It's just the, it must be a lightened version of Old Olive, because that's the only green that was shown here. But it looks more like Pure Pizzazz to me, but we'll go with Old Olive. Okay, so one thing that I want to do before I'm stamping, I want to show you this first card that I'm going to make is a gatefold card. It's not anything super difficult. It's pretty easy to do. I often do the Z-fold card where I score and it kind of opens like this. But this gatefold card is just like a barn door. And I want to show you this partly because I want you to have an idea of what you can do. So you know that half of the length of your cardstock is 5.5, right? So if you want doors that open like this right in the middle, then you're going to divide 5.5 in half, which is 2 3/4. So I'm going to come down here. I lined it up at, I should put it up here. I'll put it up here. It's more in your view. Okay, so I'm lining it up at 2 3/4. And I'm scoring it, and then I'm turning it around and doing the same thing. So that's right in half. Okay, so then when I fold it, I have my gate here. Okay, so there's something else that I wanted to bring to mind. I know this is like a duh thing, but just helping you think through it. So people like different folds of cards, and so sometimes you just want your cut at a different spot. So let's say I wanted my gate to open right here instead of right here in the middle. I wanted something different. So all you need to do otherwise is, so we're still dealing with the 5.5, and let's say, okay, I'm going to make one of my score lines at 1.5. So like I could do it at 1.5. So keep that in mind. You got to do a little math before you do this. So then you take the 5.5 minus the 1.5, and then your other score line would be at 4, because 1.5 plus 4 is 5.5. So then you could have your cut line offset a little bit. Oops, sorry, I'm out of camera. Make sense? Anyway, I know that maybe that's too much math for in the morning, I don't know, but I just wanted to show you an easy way to figure out how to do your folds like that. Okay, before I put this here, I want to show you. So I already did, well, I showed you that I did my cutting already for my gatefold, but I also did, I had one ready, and I'll show it to you in a second. Excuse me, I wanted one of these barn doors, we'll call it, to be embossed. So here is the flower, ornate floral, is that what it's called? Gotta find it. Ornate floral 3D embossing folder. So here's the folder. So I just wanted a little bit different texture on there. Okay. So now I need my pad back again now. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use terracotta tile. And I'm going to stamp my thank you. So, oops, I got little pieces from my die on there. Shocking, right? So I'm going to take my thank you and ink it up in terracotta tile. Remember, I'm not pressing it, I'm just tapping it on here. And I'm going to stamp it in the middle of this piece of Whisper White. I'm not rocking it, I'm just doing it nice and firm. Alright, so here's my, this lighting's being weird. Here's my thank you. Okay. Then I was in love with this stamp set when I saw it because I have always loved, well, I told you, I love the mixture of the fonts. I love having two different fonts, a printed or manuscript, if that's what you call it, and then the a scripty cursive kind of look. I need to test this out a second. I'm gonna waste one of these. I feel like I got too much ink. No, I didn't. I thought I got too much ink in the middle of my S. So this says, just wanted to say. So here's the other thing that I love to do. I love when I have a mix of fonts, when they're stamps, I love to put the script right on top of the printed one. I love that look so much. Okay. So now, oh good. I forgot to make sure I had scissors here. Okay, so now I'm going to make flag ends or banner ends on both ends of these. Remember, my tip is don't try to just cut angle, 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 and keep going. I start in the center and cut up the middle, and then I can come from the point to the center, and again from the point to the center. I used to hate when somebody's design had banner ends because I couldn't do it. I could not eyeball those angles. But I found that since I can center or eyeball the center fairly well, that I can make these now because they won't be perfect, but I can make them so that that I still have cardstock left rather than keep cutting the angles over and over again trying to get to the right one. All right, my card's almost done. So here's what I'm doing. So I also have, I'm going to put these aside for the moment. So I have Smoky Slate here that I'm gonna put, I have this cut, I'll give you measurements later, but I have this cut, so it's actually gonna be a little bit longer than this, the width of this barn door here. This is actually 3x4. I just remembered it's 3x4. And I just wanted it to be different looking. This is 3x3. So when you do a gate fold or a Z fold or whatever, you need to make sure that you don't put adhesive where you're overlapping the other door or the other side. And I think I just messed that up because I thought I was completely covering the Smoky Slate, but I'm not. All right, I'm gonna wipe off some of this. Learn from my mistakes. Don't do what I do, right? All right. A sec, I don't want that adhesive sticking here still. Okay, so I wanted it like this. So it's overlapping off the Smoky Slate just a little bit. I just wanted something different. So we're doing that. And then I'm putting this on here. So I need good adhesive. I'm not using tear and tape this time. Sometimes I'll use tear and tape when it's hanging over the edge, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to make sure that I have enough there. So I'm going to put this on here, and I made sure that I didn't have too much adhesive right here. And then I'm going to finish it with this terracotta tile ribbon. So I didn't cut any, I'm just going to cut it from off here. So I'll try to show you. I know I showed you last week, but seems everybody needs help with their knots. I rarely do bows. I usually do knots. So I need both of my ends. I know I don't have an end, but both of my ends need to be facing away from me. They're looking at the wall. So I have left over right. Doesn't matter which one, but the top one, whichever one is the top one, needs to go under and through to make a loop, or to go through the hole. And then I'm kind of holding this down like the center here, and then I need to point them both away from me again. They both need to be at the wall again. Now the top one is the right one this time, so that's why I say left over right, then right over left. So this top one is right. It needs to go over the top, and then again the top one needs to come under and through this loop here. Now I let it go kind of loose, so I need to help it get tighter again a second, but I was trying to get my fingers out of the way for you. So I'm trying to hold it down, and I'm kind of pulling it, and then when I get to a certain point where I think I have it fairly as taut as I want, then I'll just pull one end to tighten it the rest of the way. And it's kind of too tight of a knot in my opinion, but my top is flat because I held on to this and I went like this, and that helps flatten this the way that I want it. And then you just trim it however you'd like. Oops, I forgot you're looking at me. All right, and there's my card. All right, I love this. So this says, just wanted to say thank you. So I got that little scripty on there. Love it. Okay, my next one has that die. I'm gonna pull it back out a sec. So I'm working with, anybody who just came on, I'm working with the Ornate Thanks bundle, which is part of a mega suite. So there's two different bundles in here. So here's the stamp set that I was just using, and here are the dies that go with that bundle, and I'm using this one right here to make this cute little petite flowery kind of thing. And I already said I'm not doing the big shot right now. I already did it ahead of time because I'm going to be honest with you. These, you definitely need your die cutting brush thing to help get your pieces out, to help, it comes out of the die okay, but then the pieces don't come out very well. So I used the die brush and still needed to use my paper piercing tool to help some of these get out. And when you pull them out, some of it looks like it's what should stay there, but it's not. So I'm gonna right away, where did my, oh, the pieces are inside. Right away, I'm gonna put this behind it because, oh, well, I guess you can, I'm gonna show you. I'll show you first and then I'll do the adhesive. Okay, so here's, isn't that so cute? So here is this particular border die. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I definitely wanted to put something behind this because I want it to be, it's adorable. It's, you need to be able to see it if you're gonna bother with it. So, so my thought is, maybe, and the other thing is I kind of wanted there to be some stability for this fineness of it. So it would be much easier if I just put some white back here and you still can see it, but I want it to be supported. So I'm just going to be putting a little bit of adhesive all on the edge, kind of on the fine. I'm not sure I can get the fine stuff here. It's dangerous, got to be careful. I'm not using it right now, but something that will help you if you're putting adhesive on the back of something this fine is using your silicone mat if you have one, because the adhesive doesn't stick to that, and if it does, you just roll it off really easily. So here's what I'm going to do, because I want it to be the width of this card, so I'm going to lay it on right on the edge of the bottom of my card base, and then I'm going to put this down on it. So then I have the right width here. Okay, now, if you saw the designer paper and whatever, you know that this color is not part of the suite. But I just wanted to go with something different. So if I were to use this card for my design, I would probably switch this color out to something else that would go better with these gold, the gilded gems. Where did my open one go? Because what I have in mind is the smallest ones would be cute, putting it in the center of these flowers. So I might, I think I want rhinestones in the center. But I would use a color that would go, I don't feel like Highland Heather, this is Highland Heather, I don't feel like it goes with gold as well as silver does. Okay, so I have this here, and I have a piece of designer paper here, and I thought that I wanted to color some of these flowers Highland Heather, and I didn't like it at all. I'll show you my test. So here's my test. The blends bleed too much, especially on designer paper or, you know, non-watercolor paper or whatever. I just didn't like it at all. So what I am doing though is using Wink of Stella. So I already did a few of these, and you probably won't be able to see these very well, especially with the lighting, but I did most of these and I just left 3 of them to still do. So I'm just coloring the biggest flowers on here. I gotta tip it to see if I got it all. Whenever I color, I just get quiet. It's crazy. If you want to shut me up, make me color, right? Okay, now I'm doing something kind of different. I was going to try to use my Simply Scored scoring tool and I can't find it. Actually, I was originally going to use my trimmer anyway, but then I thought of the scoring tool and was going to do that and I couldn't find it. Okay, so I just want to do some scoring on here. I was originally going to do it on my tag. I need it pulled out. I was originally going to do it on my tag, and then I decided to do something different on my tag. So I'm just doing, I need to do it kind of gently. So I'm doing a score line there. You may not even be able to see it. I better do it harder. Just got to be careful whenever you score designer paper because that's better. Because you could cut through it even with your scoring blade. So it's probably safer to use your Simply Scored scoring tool if you had it. All right, so you probably cannot see this on camera. I'll try, but I just wanted some texture, some edge on there. You'll see it when you see the card in person. If you see the card in person. Okay, so I'm going to put adhesive on here. And it's going right here. And then I need this. Okay, so this is, I need my other, so now for this one I'm using Thanks and Highland Heather. And I'm really tempted to do my script on top of it again, but I changed my mind and I won't be boring and do the same exact thing again. Okay, so I'm doing Thanks on here. And I'll show you once I get the script on here. This says, for all you do. So I'm just going to put it right below it this time. Can you see it? There. Thanks for all you do. All right. Now I'm going to do a flag end again, this time just on one end. And make it kind of a, oops, not a very deep one. There we go. And then I'm going to use the other ribbon on this end. So I'm just going to do it on the tag instead of the whole card. I was originally going to do it on the whole card and just changing it up a little bit. And I'm not showing you how to do the knot again. I'm just doing it this time. So left over right, right over left. I have my end too close in, so my fingers are having a difficult time. Ooh, that looks good. Okay. And we'll trim it. And trim it. All right, and I want to slide it in just a little bit. I don't want to cover up my words, but I want it to be a little bit away from the edge. Probably stamped too close to it. All right, and then, so here's my tag. And dimensionals. There we go. There's my card. All right. So I'm going to put you up and I'll show you my cards while we're up. So not upside down. Now we're backwards. And now I can see your comments. Debbie's here. Somebody asked a question about next catalog. Do we know if... Yes, it definitely will be in the next catalog, Bev. I said that earlier. So it's kind of a pre-launch of this this suite. I probably should have stamped some flowers on the purple, but I didn't. Is there a small flower in the other set? Just a sec. I'm gonna look. There's a small flower, but it's I want something that's bold, not open. Closed. Robin is watching. Thank you, Marsha. I'm glad that you like it. So here's my card that I just got done with. Can you see my shimmer on there too? There's that. And then here's the first one that I did. So this one opens. You can see this better now that it's up, can't you? I like it. Okay. So, did I cover everything? It went long again today. Excuse me. So I think I told you everything. So, thank you for joining me today. Make sure that you share my video and you'll be entered into a drawing. I will do it Friday morning because I am doing another live Friday morning. And I will focus on the other bundle from this mega suite that I've been showing you. It's called Ornate Garden. I'll put all this information, like the product numbers and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys check it. Oh, and I need to put the dimensions. I always put that on there too. I don't know if you guys ever go back and look up at the top the description, but I always try to put in, the measurements for what I'm doing and like the product numbers of some of the main things that I'm using. Not necessarily always the color card stock and all that kind of stuff. But so I put that up in the description of the video, and so I'll put that there. Eventually I will be posting the flyers for this suite, and I'll post class information too. Oh, I'm getting lots of love from Robin. Yay, thanks, Robin. I did draw for Monday. So I drew Kathy Polderman's name first, and then Alexa Addy one again. So, yeah, so I did draw names. Do you prefer that I do it at the end? I just wanted to start with something fun. So, like, the whole thing's fun, but, you know. I didn't want to wait this time. Okay, so tell me if you like it first or later or whatever. Also, I'm going to be posting a poll. I'm not sure what day. Maybe Friday, maybe Thursday. Oh, I'm getting lots of love from you people. Thank you so much. I love you too. Thanks, Sherry. I appreciate it. I love that. You guys are awesome. So I'm going to be posting a poll. Maybe I will post it tomorrow rather than on a live day. So I want your input on what you want to see on Monday, because I am going to come back Monday also. I'm not sure that I'll be able to keep up this every other day sort of thing, but I have in mind Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so we'll see how that goes. So I want to post a poll and give you some options of like some stamp sets or bundles or whatever that you might want to see. If you have suggestions already, please feel free to share them. You can share either in a comment on this video post, or you can, I feel like somebody's kid got a hold of the phone. You just like, I know, Dot, you were in the drawing. I'm sorry. By the way, you shared the way that I would like you to share. I don't know what way you've been sharing before, but if you've been sharing all this time and you haven't told me, I can't see whatever way you were whatever way you were showing before, but I could see the way you did it this time, Dot. So you were in the drawing and you've been in the drawing a couple times, but I don't always see that you. Elena's watching too. Is she the one that was giving me all the love? I love it. Thank you, Elena. So yes. So if you have ideas, let me know. You can either tell me a comment on here or on Dazzled by Stamping community group. Because when you comment on my page, unless it's a post that I've done, it like goes somewhere where nobody else can see it, unless you tag somebody or whatever. So either comment on this post or do a post on the group, Dazzled by Stamping group. You're making me laugh, Elena. And I'll do a poll tomorrow if I have some ideas of things to decide on. I will do that tomorrow. So, okay, so that's all that I have for you today. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully you get some crafting in too, not just watching me craft. And, in case you weren't on last night with our virtual stamping night, it was fun. It's just laid back. At first it feels kind of like, well, what are we doing? But people just start sharing and we just talk, and I just kind of help get to know everybody. And I'm planning to do that once a week. So it will be Tuesday next week, but it will probably be Thursday the following. So, anyway, that's all that I have for you. So I hope that you can join us. It's just fun. So have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.